What's going on, family? It's Labor Day weekend, but the show must go on. We still looking to make money next week. We still looking to congratulate ourselves on the week that we had. That was excellent, but we coming back stronger and better than ever before for the upcoming week starting on Tuesday. But we got to have a game plan and know what to look at for this time. First one I want you to pay attention to is Affirm, ticker symbol AFRM. It's currently $88, but it had jumped up about 10% in a day because they're saying that their fundamentals of the company is still getting better and better and better. This is a stock that if I was to buy into it, I'm not gonna just set it and forget it. I'm gonna pay attention and see what's going on with the company and see if they still progressing going forward, because it looks like it, and I'm gonna show you what's going on with it. But this ain't one that you could just set and forget. You gotta actually pay attention to it. When you look at the trends, AKA, are the big dogs buying it? Are the larger investors letting it go, or are they loading up? They was letting it go in the last quarter, but just in the most recent one, they're buying significantly more than they're selling. We can look at what the retail investors are doing, AKA the everyday investors, but we really want to look at what the large investors are doing, because they're the ones who shake Wall Street up, and they are Wall Street, to be honest, but they're the ones who really shake it up and make things move. Then we want to look at the earnings of the company. For a while, they was not profitable, AKA they spending $1 and then losing $2. But now they spend $1 and then they go and they might make $1.06. They might make $1.50. They might make $1.75. They went from losing all of this money to making this money, and it's going up. When you look at the trends of the earnings, a few times they beat earnings by a lot, and sometimes they didn't hit the earnings, but the trend we can see is they're getting more and more profitable. That's what the game is all about in terms of making profit on the market. Then they got a NASDAQ article that just recently came out that said that they beat their Q4 earnings estimates, and then they're increasing their transaction volume, and their revenue was up 33% year over year. That's huge. So I told you, I encourage you to download the tools that you need that can help you to see what you need to see. And I check it out, and I can see that there's a conflict there. This is on the Moo investing app. I put the link in the top of the description. I would encourage you to download it if you want to get on a really good investing app. It's showing me the target price, AKA where Wall Street thought it was gonna go, and it did hit that price. This is $88.50. But then the Morningstar rating right under it, where they're saying what the fair value is when they look at the price to earnings ratios, when they look at the price to sales, a lot of the fundamentals. So now we have a space in the middle where we could get busy. Wall Street is saying it's going here, and then the fundamental value is down here. So therefore, in this space, this volatile space, we could buy low and we could sell high. What would I consider a low point in this week, if not the next 3 weeks of Affirm? About $79. People are going to try to load up down there and then take it right up back to near the $85 level if we see this pullback. Now, September is coming up, and I told y'all time and time again that September is the most volatile month in the stock market historically. Not all of the time do we have these pullbacks in September, but a lot of the times we do. In the last 11 years, we had about 6 or 7 Septembers where we did have that expected pullback, but there were a few of them that it didn't go like everybody thought it was going to go. So you want to trade with the chart and not with your heart. And like I always tell you, proper preparation prevents poor performance. So let's be prepared for what happens, not surprised. Here's a way I'm gonna prepare you if you do see it come down to that 79 level, but not if it's crashing down to the 79 level. If it's just sneaking down to the 79 level slowly but surely over the course of, let's even call it 2 days, 3 days, and it gets around there, this is what I want you to look at. The January 16, 2026, buy a call, the $85 strike, and this one, if it pump up from that level, we're not waiting for it to hit back to 85. We just waiting for it to just bounce right back up, maybe 84, maybe 83, and then we're gonna be able to take some profit on that. It's gonna be nice and easy. And then if you want to take it a little safer than even that one, then you're gonna go to the $80 one. It's gonna cost you a little bit more, but it's gonna give you a higher chance of winning. This is one, in my opinion, I can't tell you what to buy, hold, or sell. Like I say, talk to a licensed financial advisor in your area if you have not done so. Investing carries risk. But Google, I've been talking about Google for a long time. I've been talking about buying Google stock because it's just a great Fortune 500 company, one of the top 5 biggest companies, if not the top 10 at this current point in time, that has one of the most fundamental values. Google Class A, ticker symbol GOOGL, is currently $212. And this one is more like a $230 stock, if not a $240 stock. I had sent out the buy alerts on KGU, and I had sent it out over a month ago, and this was back even in July. And I'm saying Google is a long-term stock. You can hold this for 5+ years. And I was telling everybody we loading up on this one back in the $180 level. I always encourage you to invest in yourself. I always encourage you to understand the game, because this was an easy one that we got in at 180. Shout out to the whole KGU family. If you in KGU, type KGU in the chat, family. I want to see that you in the building. We got Google. I'm gonna show you a position that I have. Currently, Google is 212. And the total value of this one is $329,000. Just in straight Google shares, I have 1,545 shares, an average cost of $125, and it's up $135,322.59, aka it's up 69.84%. And on the day, it's up $1,962.88, and that's not even 1% of it. So I'm never ever showing you this to brag. I'm showing you this to inspire you, to show you what can be done when you invest, and you know that there are some stocks that are not hype stocks that you could buy and just buy more and buy more and buy more. I didn't even know I was doing this good in Google because I didn't have to check it. I just will buy it and then buy more and not even really ever look at it. You know how you get into certain stocks and you got to check them all of the time? Your whole portfolio can't be like that. You need to just know, if I put my money in something like a Google, and this is my thoughts on this, I know I don't got to pay too much attention to it every single day because I know that they're a good company and they keep putting out products that people use. Google owns YouTube. Google owns the Google search. They own Gmail. They own Google Drive. They own Gemini. And speaking of Gemini, you heard of ChatGPT. Let me put y'all up on some game. Gemini, they tested it against ChatGPT. So this is the Google AI. When you Google search, and you can use AI mode, or you can even go and download the app called Gemini AI. And like I said, they tested it against ChatGPT, and they were trying to see which one is better. And the winner turned out to be currently Gemini 2.5 Pro versus ChatGPT 5. Now, remember, these Google AIs and ChatGPTs, they're in like an arms race where one's better one day, the next month, the next one's better, and so on and so forth. But the fact that Google is even in the race and their valuation is so low compared to the money they bringing in, this is making Google look like it's going to take us another level up. And I even went as far as asking Twitter, aka X AI, which is called Grok, to compare Grok, ChatGPT, and Gemini. And Grok said this: the price for each, ChatGPT, $1.25 for the input and $10 for the output. Gemini 2.5, 10 cents for the input, 40 cents for the output. Grok, $3 for the input, $15 for the output. They all got different specialties, but Gemini is currently the fastest one and the cheapest one to be able to use. So when you asking quick Q&A answers, Googling it, now you Google Gemini in it, and a lot of people want quick answers. They don't want to be waiting for this thing to load up. So they're going to be using that, and you're going to see Gemini become more and more popular, and it's going to make Google take off again. Go to the Moomoo app and you can look up this yourself. When you look up their target price of 217 from Wall Street, and then their fair value of about 237. So this is basically saying if we get a pullback in September, then we still looking to go off and take off with this one, family. So I say that to say Google at about 206 is where, if I see it pull back there or even lower, I'm loving it down there, to be honest with you, especially if I can get it under the $200 level. I'm really going hard with this one. And then I want to bring one to your radar again. This is one that we've been knocking out the park on. It's called Opendoor. I just got a comment. Somebody just told me that they made $1,000 in one day just from Opendoor, for me putting it on their radar. I want to salute you. This is still one. That's one of them that if you get into this one, you got to make sure you watching it. It's not like Google. You got to watch this one like a hawk, and then you can really make money with it. So this one, Opendoor, if you know what you're doing, you can make money with it. But if you don't, you will lose money with it. The institutions like this one in the $3 level, the low threes, but then they like to play it back up towards the $4 level. So then boom, in and out type of play. But I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Download the Moomoo app if you want to get some free stocks and support the channel and get into the best investing app in the game. Get on my free newsletter, aka my free email list. I see y'all over there, family. I love y'all. Take care.